I think good to start in Lagaso. Start getting that.
Okay.
Let
Yes,
people
okay.
join when we go along.
Yeah. Okay. Okay, great. Yeah, start getting it. It is 3 minutes we waited. Okay, good. Yeah. Priya Namaskar. Welcome to this AI sessions, AI workshop. In the topic, I'm the AI as a companion for software developers. So AI is everywhere, particularly software development. Kona use kervayi mana time na hame topic kalra. Is high demand topic. Hame user ne lapati kusrati. So chele kalle. Kona mali the topic. I know. Tunga pura kai hai. Ko involved kan hai. I mean, मुझसे कुछ high level can cover करता try करेंगे. But nevertheless, tunga detail जानना we'll spend more time. Couch maybe at the end of the day it should be useful also. So if needed, we can extend this session for maybe 30 minutes, or we can have another session. We'll decide this in the middle of the session. Like after 1 hour, probably we'll take your opinion and we will decide this. Okay. So, Namaskar once again. Welcome to this workshop. First, me Kai Krishnadi, our Sourashtra professional pati brief concern. So, Balaji to me, kya? Hello, Balaji. Okay.
Hello.
All right.
Balaji.
Balaji. Okay.
Okay. Actually, laptop में connect कर रही है तो मैं ब्रेक को drop ही है.
Okay. Yeah, please go ahead. Me introduction did.
Yeah. Okay. So, अस्करंगा नमस्कार. Mono Balaji. इधर Sourashtra professionals में उन्दा group form करी है. कल मुलाम और community को कोना professional ने help करता मुझे. Like giving training to young people, as well as helping those who are trying to change their career or jobs or things like that. So aski mari ami help karte uchi group start kariya. And ellama mari ami job seekers ku elknave unda session chalte kariya si. Ele mari ato AI based na to jugiye challe se dalti. AI tholi ami kona not just IT professionals as well as any professionals phone again day to day needs use kilwani our hal musa guddi using various means and try gudi chikari dilesata em dadi ella vino and star or part in series chalta ilesata ella mama we echo okay. So, AI based workshop job seekers resume update daily job interview interview expect mock interviews session session AI based content creation I mean, it could be a video content, it could be a marketing content, it could be a text, it could be a picture, it could be video. use easy generate and Geval varu cyber security AI based attacks safeguard even though not everybody is professional, but through mobile message through data capture so temavri ami kon safeguard Geval varu security based session chaleya. So ಎಲ್ಲವಾರ software professionals are IT professionals.
Camera review.
Next slide move it.
Oh, okay. Oh yeah, we are talking about different topic. Balaji, go ahead, please.
So ಎಲ್ಲವಾರ IT professionals software job day to day job AI use kiri improve skill ಅಂತ ಬತ್ತಿ in the topic. So Over to
Okay.
Radha.
Thank you. Thank you. Thank you, Balaji. So as Balaji mentioned, in the unit, AI as a companion for software developers. Okay. So, I'm going to plan hands-on plan. Hands-on near AI tool police software developers. Productivity increase we try to avoid switching from one screen to another screen as much as possible. But explain hands on which you go back and forth, you have to tolerate okay. In the agenda first we are in software engineering. Overall software engineering software engineering software first of all coding and coding testing design architect then we'll deep dive into coding. Code generation debug how the tools are integrated with IDEs, integrated development environments like IDEs like Visual Studio Code or any other code. Then how even we are using in documentation. So cover then most important development. Design design is important in the software development life cycle. Architect design Vishnu cover and then of course most importantly software testing. So CI truly no software language Vishnu demo. Okay, so we'll go to next topic. Agenda questions anything you want to cover or any questions? Okay, yeah, you can always raise your hand and ask questions.
What information additional parallel if you have your environment, someone prerequisite that you there. If you have your environment ready with required login, VS Code, Python, SysMS, you can parallelly try also. So that if you face some problem, we can help you if you're ready with your system. Otherwise, the demo will see later to try.
It will be very real true workshop, right? Hands-on will be very, very useful. Okay. Background noise, sir. TV on, sir. News from Gaigarati. Okay. Great. First time, how familiar the audience with AI gave our first session area. It was very asking question Kai Venkat.
Sorry to interrupt. Data related ka data analytics related.
Data analytics. Go ahead, Vishnu.
Okay. Data analytics में तुम्हें काय मारी पुसरिया?
Data mining, cleaning अभी देखो ना automate करता है यही मूल्य
அதாவது அங்க செஷன் கோன பிளான் பண்ணிருந்தது இல்ல வொர்க் ஷாப் சீரிஸ் வந்து இந்த சாஞ்ச ஏரியா how to use it in software development பண்ணிட்டீங்கன்னா அடுத்து லேட்டர் ஆவீங்கன்னா another topic ஆவீங்கன்னா advanced AI and agentic AI பிளான் பண்ணிருக்கேன் maybe in 2 weeks time. So தேவல some use cases we will take related to data.
Oh, okay. Great.
Data management be ETL மாதிரி மாதிரியா?
ETL, yeah.
Okay, fine. Yes. Yeah. We'll see if we can take use case.
Okay, sure.
Good. Yeah, thanks, Nikhil. Yeah, so audience AI familiar first session career. It was I can focus on nasi. So tell a quick and Karen Jagia. So to me, telepathy kai galai tele sango on brief can. Okay. First, yeah, what is Gen AI? Anybody from audience?
Some idea about what is Gen AI? Krishna, when hand raise kiri se unmute kili sango. Need to mute him, sir. Whatever riya igarani anda. Yes, go ahead, Divya Raja.
జెన్ఏమంటే జనరేటివ్ అయ్యాయి తెల్లమో యాక్చువల్గా మీ అవి టెక్స్ట్ మూల్యంగా మీ అవి ఏజెంట్ చలవి నంబర్ कमी पुसारा आंसर अभी तला करेक्ट का रिप्लाई कर रहा हमारी करेक्ट का आर्टिफिशियल इंटेलिजेंस यूज करी हमें का एक्सैक्टली पुसारा आसी वेरस हमें गूगल में भी टाइप करतला सम वेबसाइट्स अंग अवे बट ये अभी विजुअल फॉर्मेट में पुसारा एग्जैक्ट आंसर अभी अंग जन एजेंट मूलंगा ये मूलंगा अंग रिजल्ट अब्बे तेले मोई पॉइंट ऑफ व्यू जनरेटिव
Almost there. One additional point to me kai sandamnadi generative AI ni kaavachunare amnadi it can really generate meaning content create kare adu tumi sange comparison google search karedi sete veki sangai ella evino rite amli create kari sangai it can create so that's why it is called generative AI.
Okay. Thank you.
Okay, next technology again. ChatGPT.
One question before the ChatGPT jasumlo. What is the input for the Gen AI? Let's say me question pusari sari, but behind the scene, what input that it needs?
Okay. What we can do is, I mean, we'll go through this to answer the answer alla mamu set actually.
Okay.
Slide mo away.
Okay.
ChatGPT Santosh and raise kiri sir. Sango Santosh.
కొన్ని నేను అలా జెన్ ఏఐ సంగతం నేను सी सो आता मी अभी नो शेयर पॉइंट में सत्य सो शेयर पॉइंट में अभी नो कोपायलट में यूज कर रही है तला में अभी नो मी अभी नो मोरा ओन स्टूडियो कोपायलट स्टूडियो में जने अगे और ऐप में जनरेट करती है बॉट जनरेट करती है हमने तेना अभी नो तला बॉट अभी नो मोरा डॉक्यूमेंट लाइब्रेरी साइट तलाम सत्य डॉक्यूमेंट्स पूरा कलेक्ट कर लेनो मी काय क्वेश्चन पूछरेगी तला का तो हमारे तना आंसर कराई सो जस्ट लाइक on a person संगाड़ी chat कर रही है हमारी मो काय डिटेल्स आतेगी as per my documentation भीतर से डॉक्यूमेंट भीतर काय कंटेंट्स आतेगी तलगा तो हमारी तले आंसर कराई
Exactly. I mean tella in the live seeing and I demo gan madli.
Sure.
Thanks Santosh.
Thank you.
ChatGPT mli sangodu vachar.
Same,
I'm sure most of you are aware. For others to be aware.
became momentary की नहीं
Hi.
दूसरा thing okay so ChatGPT अभी नो just तला वन AI कैसे so तला में अभी नो I mean just interact कर दिया तला में different version ये सकते so as of now me I mean me use कर दिया अभी नो free version ये सी so telam kono menadi atama onda code onda dama bino onda struck hoida simnadi telaga bino next level kona kirwayi onda example onda error auras menadi tela error bino particular function mattum telam mitayino elaga bino kolla mari solution dawai kerasna tela bino automatic resolve gerindai tele nitagu jukku interactive kan for on the normal on the procedure ही कई दी on the documentation like ready करने में कामली तना in detailed करूँ तलाम ढली ना मैं खलवाई just like chat is so तेलस main core तलामु
Thanks
me
Santosh.
use करे रे कुछ yeah
Thanks Santosh. Just to generalize, ChatGPT mne gamna say first ave generative AI model which is made available to general public. Egal Gemini, Google Gemini pura ave but however ella first anga ikkudanga general public the LLM model, large language model.
Good. Next one. Yeah. Sorry. Yeah. Okay. Prompt. Not prompting. So I had to press twice. Okay. Prompt. ये context में prompt ने कहा है
अगर काय विषय पे आते हैं कि अभी हम prompt कर देते हैं it's like a text we can give whatever we want to know.
Exactly. So basically काय means ella generative AI on a starting point pache. आता आम्ही गूगल सर्च कर रहा असं आम्ही सर्च करता म्हणजे टेक्स्ट एंटर कर रही है जेन AI में सर्च करना इंस्टेड आम्ही वेगिनो on the starting point कहीं on the text देवा on a question गंडर हवाई नहीं on a statement गंडर हवाई so तेला starting point वेगिनो it is called prompt.
Good. Next word. Context.
So, me, context.
Yeah.
Context. Sorry, go ahead.
Sorry. Somebody had raised, Divya hand raised. Okay, Sambhu, anybody is fine.
So context manadi avi, we have to set on the question generic and pusata somaru on the specialist atava magonda consultant on the like real estate pati me pushnam ledu. I can tell that okay, like you are a real estate expert. Telemare you are a kind of person who takes the minutes of meeting action. So telemare context ds loga there is prompt kai question pusraski telega result chokar sange. So that is where you have to set the context.
Exactly. So आम्ही वेगळी prompt करतो मला additional information द्यायचं नाही त्याला आम्ही कोणला point of view री आवई पुसरे म्हणते कळली ना त्याला better answer करते. Exactly. The next.
Okay. Next, yeah. Instigant hallucination.
Hallucination. Okay, so मी सांगू दस मे बी hallucination मध्ये काय माहिती आता आम्ही डिफरन्स काय से एमने समस्या जनरेटिव एआई जनरेट करायनार कोड री जनरेट करारिया त्याला वेगेनु प्री ट्रेन्ड इन्फॉर्मेशन री जनरेट करे ಅದೊಂದು ಮಾಡೆಲ್ ಸೇಮ್ ನ ಸಮಸ್ಯೆ ಅತ ಚಾಟ್ ಜಿಪಿಟಿ ಒಂದು ಮಾಡೆಲ್ ಚಾಟ್ ಜಿಪಿಟಿ ಪಸ್ಲ ಓಪನ್ ಎಐ ನಿ ಮಾಡೆಲ್ಸ್ ಅತ ತೆಲ್ಲವಿನು ಆಲ್ರೆಡಿ ಒಂದು ಪ್ರೀ ಡಿಫೈನ್ಡ್ ಸೆಟ್ ಆಫ್ ಡೇಟಾ ವಿ ಟ್ರೈನ್ ಗೆತ್ತಾನ್ ತೆಲಮಾಮ್ರೆ ಇನ್ಫಾರ್ಮೇಷನ್ ಥೌಲಿನು ಇಟ್ ಇಸ್ ಜನರೇಟಿಂಗ್ సో తెలమాం హీత ఇన్ఫర్మేషన్ అని కైది ఉండ క్వశ్చన్ కన్ పుసాస్ అనేది తెల్లగా అవి కళానా మనసనసే కళానామని సంగత కళానా తెల్లవి జనరేట్ కెల్లే జే తప్పు మని కారణ తస్ సో ఇన్ షార్ట్ ಕಾಯ್ಸ್ ಅಂಡ್ hallucination అనేది ಜನರೇಟಿವ್ ಎಐ ಅನ್ನು ಯೂಸ್ करतोळवी ಕಾನ್ಫಿಡೆಂಟ್ ಅನ್ ತಪ್ಪಾನ ಆನ್ಸರ್ ಸಂಗಿಲೆ ಜೈ ಸೊ ಆಸ್ ಅ ಯೂಸರ್ ಅಂಗ ಕಳೆಯಿರಣ ಎಲ್ಲ ಸಂಗರೆ ಕರೆಕ್ಟ್ ಆಗಿ ನೀವ್ನಿ ಕಳೆಯಿರಣ ತೋಚಿ ತುಮಿ ಚಾಟ್ ಜಿಪಿಟಿ ಇಂಬ್ರಾ ಸೇಸ್ అనేది ಚಾಟ್ ಜಿಪಿಟಿ ಹೇಕಾಯ್ ಜೆಮಿನಿ ಹೇಕಾಯ್ ಕಲ್ಲವಿಗಿನ ಕ್ಲಿಯರ್ ಗನ್ ಲಿಕ್ಕಿದ್ರನ್ ಇಟ್ ಕ್ಯಾನ್ ಮೇಕ್ ಅ ಮಿಸ್ಟೇಕ್ you do your checking ಲಿಕ್ಕಿದ್ರನ್ ತೆಲ್ಲ ಕಾವಚಿ ಮನರೆ ಎಮನೆ ಸಮಸ್ಯೆ sometimes ತರ ತಪ್ಪು ಸಂಗರೆ ನಮ ಕಾರಣಾತ ತೆಲ್ಲ ಇನ್ ವ್ಯಾಲಿಡ್ ಗನ್ ಖಳ್ಳಿ will proceed ahead. Okay, so we'll have to be aware. There is a chance that ella we tappa answer they matte we'll have to be aware.
Good. Neural network.
The unte interrupt the I think maybe people are waiting to meetanga aloganam lagariya.
Me kelisate I'm okay, on my mobile and I'm allowing.
Fine. Okay.
Yeah, actually we have 81 participants for your information for everybody. Okay. Next word I know, yeah, we are talking about neural network. Kwanti telepat sanga sankhya?
Neural network, anybody, any idea? Okay, so neural network manari it is a model or an architecture malluvayi. It is trying to mimic the human brain. For example, அவங்க brain movie neurons at மாதிரி computer program movie neurons artificial neurons create kiriyin. In that there is an architecture to build models. Tellesavi neural network manari. So kona anand manasane deep learning models manan. So tella ami kona as a human being ami kona vi unda information learn kallaraski tella mari nuanced information avigi tella capture kirithola bitar. So that later it can be used for, let's say, generating or maybe prediction if we use karta madri. So that is called neural network.
Thanks, Vishnu.
Machine learning. Anybody? तुम्ही unmute के लिए संगू दो. Hand raise किती wait करना है.
Machine learning we know just like that we know what a record again or a kind of scan documents para karasi minadi. So the scan document really the specific information I mean collect kalate. For example, on a purchase order I mean there are minadi the purchase order set order number sales like kai quantity the para we know I mean read karata maria image really text can convert kararia and juga ya kayak telamari kerja machine learning ya.
Not really. Exact machine learning pona other machine learning artificial intelligence avatoda first step gun machine learning models kella hodri tehyadgu savi neural network dusra gen AI pravage machine learning nare kaam nasne se avigino on a set of data ada historical ga me program kona kella hodri nasne se rule based system manam ami program likwe if condition the idella keri ella mari situation hote ella mari output avunagiri we will design the program. Whereas machine learning into step karatul kona avayamna data didan on a huge set of data. It could be some 3 years data, numerical data gandravai, he said non-numerical data gandravai. Didi algorithms, computer algorithms will scan through this data, identify hidden patterns which is not visible to human apprehension. Telante pattern identify keri thuldi later to new data we therthodu tella pattern hano adutha ellaga kai output hani predict kiri sangata mari model thula. So that is for this machine learning model. Training manareka in the context of AI.
Training nariya bino at marta maybe means kulreda mavino purview sate. So the purview mavino me one kind of SIT mean sensitivity info. Tell sensitive info pura me detect karatago on a set of documents me devu. On a 50 documents dino all 50 documents mo all specific sensitive info say I mean sana kirino me train kaladir hotala batuk. So tala batuk train kaladir hedi first 50 document devu. Telamdilino collect kaladabai. Telchada under 500 documents. Telchada 5,000 documents. Elam dino ikka mo kai kollamari output pajahori emnate avino bitala batuk train kaladaru. Ella kind of type of documents pura dino ella SIT sensitive info say akirino train kaladaru. Tell related yeah.
Exactly. So I mean maybe in model level learn galleria mantare machine learning hoika ni deep learning hoika it is learning nariya. Won't teach kararia, we are the one teaching. So that is what is training. So model begin it is not going to learn on its own. To the data khalli to begin learn gallemni begin I mean data processed pre-processed pura kiriteva. So that phase is called training.
Good. Next. Inference.
Actually, sorry to interrupt you.
Sango.
Actually, training mana kaya me konచెం brief ka sangatam saya.
Okay. Training mana kona mana for example to me the machine learning model create karade maloga to predict some let's say stock price predict karata ona model to create karade malo. To maybe historical price data pura kalli telaga first data pre-processing karano telajadu data feature engineering ni karan. So kai to me karan manedi tela data khalli learnable gan machudan. Machi you give it to that algorithms to learn from the data. So tell it learn kari musal jadu gavi tumi tella on model gan preserve galli later tunga no data author tega digin ada to learn galla tumandri ella data point gavi kai prediction hoy misangi mi pusatama ready galla. So tella initial gan data ready giri tega train garare gai. That is what is
model
so
training.
you are building a model by letting it learn. So that is called training.
Okay.
Just to add to this, let's say you have 1 lakh data points ready. 80% will be used for training and 20% will be used for testing. That's a typical ML modeling and testing, training and testing. Okay. Yeah.
Sure.
Next word I know inference.
Maybe thank you.
Welcome. Inference.
Inference, anyone?
Inference, just like testing ya mari whatever kona kai data diriya feed kar rahi hai tela tholi no tela bot kami kona train kar rahi hai so tela train kari musna kamo ami original data di test kar rahi mari kolla kai tela learn kar rasi ikkalo learn kar rasi ikkalo correct anga output da rasi manariya
tella testing adavadhu model build kiti test karariya inference ni kolla gamanan manasana se adon model build kirim satriya when you are really putting it to use for example we open AI model use karariya gaji tella we are not testing the model, instead we are using the model. சில யூசிங் இன்ஃபரன்ஸ் பண்ண generative AI ಜಾತೊಳಗೆ inference becomes a critical point because it is तुम्ही जुक्कू रिसोर्स पाहिजे आता CPU बरा रन होना मोठा मॉडेल बरा GPUs पाहिजे बडे तुम्ही न्यूज बरा सिरान open AI bra our GPUs are melting in on a statement दिसते so those are inference heavy infrastructure.
Next one. Model.
Model Maria, anybody any idea?
Model Manaria on a logic on a logic like at the area of the on the shapes color emnadi we have a model square go l formula triangle kella we know it's just a simple model but we AI related based on the existing data on the algorithm create keradiya tella on the model.
To some extent, yes. Additional information
output
simple guns the knowledge repository, the ability of the system, the less model needs a goal. The kai security, the kai train kerasi, the model. The model holders inference carrier, the model train carrier. So that knowledge repo model.
Exactly. Knowledge repository model in Sata, that is what we are using. Technical thing can say model you can consider as a collection of parameters. On a huge set of numerical parameters put together, that technically refers as a model. To me, trying to get information abstracted.
Good, thank you. Next, Gemini.
Google developed the model Gemini.
Thank you.
Yes, AI tool from Google. DeepSeek.
China.
Chinese model. Chinese model. DeepSeek, Chinese company on a startup company launch a large language model. On a DeepSeek R1 meeting, couch the news very low costume training career it was in news. Compared to OpenAI, fraction of their development cost for training it. Later, they have also mentioned that inference karatagavi OpenAI madri Google Gemini madri heavy infrastructure nita our model inference we have come up with the innovative architecture they have launched it.
Low cost and open source also.
Exactly. Main open source. So major infrastructure है तुम्हें DeepSeek through environment host करी तुम्हें use कर लो.
Very good. Yeah, thank you. Next. Let's
be a similar so
AI agent.
Bot and agent.
Bot and AI agent. I'm going to song a specific model AI use colorious bot here. So AI agent copilot AI agent use colorious on a specific set of items. Develop kirino ella model kata HR konte kai kinna horiya tenga vinu kai related documents tevaki tellaga onta oda model bot ready kirino tenga tella didiya amnadi tella department mattum use kalariya specific kan.
Exactly. Generally iske namna se AI agent mni kollagam nannadi AI thovi specific purpose gucci autonomous kan oda software program hal run garatam sai asana se avino why I am saying autonomous means prompt tella avar gucci wait kenna तुम्ही on the agent develop करायचं तुम्ही त्या काय केना होरियम तिगिन on the overall objective दिलेली it will be autonomous to do its job. That kind of a software program loga simplistic that is called AI agent.
The examples
other examples through somebody asked about data analytics ತುಂಗವಿ chunks of data avarimloga every day on data file avai tellavigina analyze kiri on data analytics synthetic on report ready ginna poyadi tungavigino telamam on predefined guntumi ella mari on 10 parameter avai ik line rahi telatu ikenna mana mari generalize kartamusna tung rule based in kartamusna matulu a agent develop kirvai so tella kaigare imna samsya avigino tera data avata khallivino it can apply whatever algorithm is relevant for that particular data and it can make a report and give it to the next step. Through a process flow, the analytics report ready aduthu unda business flow say talaga pass kannamnedi illa agent avi independent kan kaam gerigi dungadide tala mari you can develop agents.
Good, thanks Vishnu. Okay, I mean jasani juku terminology kaladu ayi. So we'll have next section I mean no one into the creation of words pra. So yeah, you can also come prepared. No one kai di khasamu na mission boy. Okay. So we'll,
sorry, mau kalai
go to
on terminology ang misker se temperature mate on terminology ang miskilles kobi mo telekundi ko explain karasanya.
Temperature we emam use kring inference where the for example to me OpenAI hai kai ne Gemini hai kai to inference we prompt karare kai so tevel temperature ne on parameter additional gante no by default tella I think it will be around 1.0 something high but it can be in the range of 0 to 2 so tella conceptual gan I mean kai kalanam nadi temperature number 1 rather ada tella repeated answer de somebody's mic is on mallare echo okay fine so temperature value unna ratolagino you will get a repeated answer whereas temperature value when ratolagino inherent randomness in the response avai the prompt same prompt to me firi dedimli okkal dusros answer singile avai that is because of temperature being let's say higher value couch in sense the Gen AI models is it is more of probabilistic by nature so kolla probability thala kolla avai manate it is random the randomness has a value in polished word the randomness is called creativity.
Good. Thank you, thanks.
Go to next one. Okay. We're going to the main thing. Mama, AI is fully software development, coding career. So first of all, ChatGPT, the AI tool, I'm telling you, you can keep ChatGPT as coding mentor. Mentor is a role. Okay, so rather than see, we can define the various roles to ChatGPT. I mean, mentor I'm going guide, and we can say you can keep we can define ChatGPT to be like a validator. Theory code for validate the testing angle on the role define interact so interact benefit okay, so I mean starting we are defining ChatGPT as a coding mentor. So next so for AI tools use chat.openai.com. We have just adopting OpenAI and very popular number one first pioneer if you want to use if you want to integrate with your already existing or developing application platform.openai.com basically it will give you a set of API libraries with your application to integrate with. Okay, so this is about ChatGPT tool for software development. So one time important once we start use start so don't heavily rely on that. Okay, don't over rely on that. To me, to apply logic apply code then you can use ChatGPT to verify that or some syntax or like confirm few things. Don't heavily rely on that point. Next time, you have to remember it can be inaccurate anytime. Oh, less ChatGPT climbing melanga. It will be inaccurate. So they have a disclaimer. Disclaimer. You have to remember that. So we have to apply our idea and confirm that whatever developed using ChatGPT is correct. Okay, so the responsibility is on you. The one is on you. Remember, over lines is not a good idea, and don't think that it will be accurate. It is inaccurate. Okay, and important understand do's and don'ts and follow that strictly. Tell I'm Geval means Sangia. Do's and don'ts, I mean Geval what if you want we can cover or we can send out a note. Basically, the rule of thumb community let them cover. Rule of thumb, be sure to follow company's policy. Company thing particularly software development, AI policy follow. So for example, company data share for example, data the data in ChatGPT giving some question or you cannot give a code to review. So you follow company policies and guidelines. A company personal use avoid sharing any confidential sensitive information. What is the confidential information like? Anything related to your bank account or your whatever, including driver's license, PAN number, confidential area, and sensitive information to date of birth, phone number, or I'm just giving an example. It depends on the context, depends on the application use case. Share sensitive information will vary. So be careful, be watchful. Do not share any sensitive information in the coding software development. Just remember that. For example, so the bank statement you want to do some analytics about bank statement use as a test data. Okay. So we'll go to next page before going to.
On a quick question before you move on. So, I mean, sensitive information there, are they actually using it to train their model, or is it just they made the result use career?
So more correctly, for example, in Facebook, Facebook information date of birth, phone number, but they claim that they don't share. Correct? Yes. Yeah. And we also know they don't share. But then use they use as a range. For example, they want to target an advertisement for the age group of below 30. They know these people are below 30, 14 times, below above 13 times. So the advertisement will be targeted to us. So telemark can use So they're not giving the sensitive data at the same time. They are kind of grouping and using it for advertisement. Telemari, from the ChatGPT may use the data for something else. We don't know. So like impact so I'm careful in this effort. Okay. All right. So if you don't have any questions, we'll go next.
Newton Seda. Girida, Newton Seda.
Sorry. Okay. Sorry. Thank you, Krishna. Yeah. So I think lobbying mute. Okay. Anyway, I'll be watching. So Kona, will get good result. As any other AI activity, the prompt should be great. Prompt accurate can hit it, your result will also be accurate. So what we are saying is be clear in what you're asking. The instructions clear can develop. You are asking for some question. Ask information it is not clear. Obviously the result will not be clear to you. Next, no ambiguity. There is context clear can apply use case develop a particular function use the algorithm time use it will be a lot more easier for ChatGPT to give the better result. And don't mix up, obviously. Don't mix up, be clear. Next time, suppose you are writing a program to do some big task, don't give the entire instruction to ChatGPT. Give incremental. First carry, file open carry, and then read carry, then sort carry. Instruction by instruction, you will get a great result, and you will also verify exactly what you want. I mean, senior in ASCII in terms of file open carry, data read carry, sort carry, it will do, but it will do what it knows is correct. Number one, the hallucination mode we are now. Number two, it will also remember the history. Remember, it has memory. I mean, indula kai girasi telebar telekai. So teletholi, it may take it a different direction. So probably you may not want it. So incremental can be, you will get a better result. Then another thing, as I mentioned at the beginning, define the role. I mean, the character and roles, it will play exactly what you want the ChatGPT to do. Colleague mari manadi, it will give you equivalent code. Mentor manadi, code dana guide mutti kare. Elle kerisa, tele kerisa sangle vai. And validator, reviewer manadi, they mari this is not efficient way of coding. Nitan sangai. Or clear kan dekani. Or other users may need comment. Nipra sangai. So define the role at the beginning itself when you want to use. This is general guidance for a prompt. Actually, prompt engineering is a big thing, very important thing in this session. If audience like it, probably we can have one session on prompt engineering also later. Okay, tell it to me. On the email that day, I'll do the interest. Okay. Next, how to generate code using ChatGPT. So, I mean, Mudula Vishnu me Sangahana. Jukudanga, Hunger Summer, Sangarismo Jukushan Kalai, but we have to address the general audience. So, Chuko Purmagan and definitely to be contribute to if there is any gap or if very important information to share, feel free to contribute in this session itself. Okay, so I mean, we'll try to make it interactive as much as possible so that everyone gets good information and take home will be much better. Okay. First,
point to the, sorry to interrupt you again. If somebody has a question to me, chat sango. Parallelly, I will look into the chat. Already one question pusher as me answer kerra se. तुम कहीं भी है parallel तमाम question tech mark करो.
Oh, chat काम कर रहा है. I'm full screen के रहने बता रही हूँ. Okay.
Hi, chat there are questions.
Okay, great. Okay. All right. So next time we are going to ask ChatGPT for a code. Okay. I mean, like first 4 steps, then we'll go and see ChatGPT. Okay. We can simple one. For example, I want to build a small basic calculator, and I can ask ChatGPT, give me a Python code, Python language, and basic calculator to do this using virtual. Okay. Then we can take the program and paste wherever you're running environment and run the program. Then we can ask for the change of code. Okay. So first, I'm going to take ChatGPT where it is not logged in. Okay. Login cannot go. Just so Sunny Jasolu, Kai Kerala same. So my first Kai Kerala I will to be a code. Voice authority की meet करवा. Okay, so let me जा रही है. I'm going to ask. Okay. Can you give me a Python code में कुछ करिए. गड़ा code दे देंगे. Okay, so ready usable. Okay, but doesn't mean it will be working 100% the way you want it. We'll have to apply our knowledge and our skills. Okay, so just to copy this. Okay, so actually on the slide you saw it now. So sorry, I think I jumped just 1 minute.
Sir, screen will maximize करता हूँ सही है?
Correct. Yeah. Okay, Ata?
Yes.
All right. So yeah, the time I mean, like question to Syria, I got the answer for this. Me copy calendar, copy calendar. My environment,
zoom करते होता. Text readable नहीं. Overall browser zoom करते.
Yeah. Okay.
Good.
So if you look at it, me type to say, can you give me a Python code for basic calculator? So me Python but any language from software language and the function add area, subtract, multiplication, division area, and so calculator on the function and he is calling the calculator function. And the calculator function it will basically it will allow you to select the option, addition karegi, summary, on a basic calculator. Okay. So, main kai sari ChatGPT code generation there means area. So, I will go to my work environment. I am Visual Studio Code use karaya. So, program copy paste. Then all I have to do is save this. Font one save then calc 1.5. Okay. So save so I can run the program. Okay. So write Python, you can run like this, and calc 1.5 is it is so simple. It is working straight away. And the addition care melody, it is asking what is the first number, 88, and second number 22, 100%, 110. We can do it. So again, I can do this. I can subtract carry minimum. So sorry, 2 carry subtraction. So it is asking for number, I give 99, and 1 carry 98. So let me see the is giving floating point decimal data here. So LMRE ChatGPT you can generate without no time. Like even school going student also can generate a code. So so element of the program I mean generate career, copy paste career, run career. And you can go and ask for changes. Okay, I'm saying screen back and forth. Okay. So next time, I mean code generation. I mean code generation mode to careful. Simple code I think you are suppose your code you can see, you can ask how it works when you push file. For example, LMG let them run career 8G push file. Okay, how it works. Let's go and explain. So let's go and explain to me. Function explain. Then user interface getting number from the user, input performing operation. Clear. So that is how it is helping in software engineering, software development. So result is the example. So next time, let me know this. Okay, how it works, say, now change the code. Change the code, okay, what I have to run. So I can say, change the code to loop and stop when I type Q or Q. Tell a code modifier here. So simple. So while true and he's checking whether we are typing Q or quit means checking Q or goodbye. So the program run I'm saying. So copy filter. I mean, let me go to my development environment. AG VI calc 2. So here let me copy it. Copy it here. So now Python. Oh, Bora, sorry. Development environment. Okay. So the second program what I'm running. So no such kind of. Oh, spelling, right? Okay. So loud here. So I can addition karajaria 4 plus 4 here. See looping 5 plus 5 loop karaja 7 plus 7 loop karaja. So chandila hai. Whenever I want to quit, I can say quit. So such a nice way of generating code using ChatGPT. Okay. So next time we'll go to our okay, we can also ask for explanation of code. I'm here how it works when there and tell how it was general can there. Explain the code on a particular piece கோணத்தில் explain கரை chance I'm survive. Then we will go in later stage saying, no, this is equivalent of saying how it works equivalent. Okay, so ಎಲ್ಲ ತಮ್ಮ ಕಾಯಿಗರಿಯ ChatGPT ಒಂದು ಟೂಲ್ಸ್ ಇರುತ್ತೆ, ಒಂದು ಬ್ರೌಸರ್ I'm running, I'm making generating the code, copying, pasting some other place. So the pura step avoid करते हुए we have IDE integrated with AI. So most of the IDE companies are majority of the IDE companies are supporting this AI tool now. Okay, so among Kai advantage, you need to copy paste, and more than that, okay, since we have integrated development environment, we can use many of the development tools already available. We can make it possible. For example, I edit karte easy, the code format karte easy, comment karte easy. It will prompt. It will not prompt. It will tell you what could be next word. So to me, yes, tap pele javai. I'm telling you, so it will be easier to do the coding. And most importantly, it's approved by most of the companies. Tell I'm at the session start we are pouring, we are checking with others, checking the company pricing there are many. Mostly companies, for example, I'm use Copilot. Okay, GitHub Copilot. It's allowed in majority of companies. Couch they have corporate level agreement contract. So Copilot enterprise version, ChatGPT enterprise version is allowed in the companies. Okay, so if you have any questions, you can check with your team, your organization, but generally it's allowed. Okay, so so different time, or let's say I'm not a part of company, I'm individual, then you have to take the paid version. At the use non-paid version. So non-paid version, you can just mail it easy. I didn't even log in. They started using. So at the we are going to use the paid one. Paid one, it is $10 per month minimum. Okay, so we can see the details later. So use Kerua. So your data will be as ChatGPT says will be privacy will be maintained. So at the we are talking about GitHub Copilot. Brief also you can Google and find out. You go to this place and download. It's a Visual Studio, Microsoft product. Microsoft product thing actually item you will download from here also you can download. Then you can once you install based on your computer. So maybe past you have to go and enable this Copilot extension. Extension Control Shift X extension. You can go and Copilot extension. It will be part of your VS Code. So I'll go and show that to you. So so file folder, search, GitHub integration, extension. So you can have any of the extensions that you want. Python, or for example, you want Docker okay, Docker extension. So you all you have to do is Copilot. Copilot extension. So it's already I'm using it. So here it says enable install. Since I'm already using it, it says disable uninstall option. Okay. So this is the Copilot integrated with VS Code. So once you integrate prompt chat chat click left side. So Copilot will be running. So if you look at I will make it slightly different. Calculator program calculator. Okay. So Sunny ChatGPT So this place is for ChatGPT. Of course, you move around, and this is a prompt place for ChatGPT. In a coding area, in a terminal. So run terminal. Okay. Just hold on 1 second. Okay. So illeduru kaidi questions kaidi kalna iduru. ಅದು ChatGPT integrate ಕರದಿಯಾ IDE. Okay. Yeah, me proceed Keruso. You can stop me anytime. You can ask me questions or Kaidik Pujarinat Angwo. So I will try to clarify. Okay. So about using GitHub Copilot Konam. Okay. So next time Emam Jedi at Copilot and Jedi LM again and a Copilot area means Emam Jedi I'm at the Barat Kerek ChatGPT Telepura let Kerwai. So for example, I can ask the same question in this. Can you give me the program, or you can say, give me the program for calculator, basic calculator, and to solve. So that's an advantage. Okay, let's to solve. So let's say telemari add multiple division. Okay, important now. We next element. So if you look at it, we can attach a file. Okay, to ChatGPT. But the file data for the but sometimes I am file the kind of code or idea. Tell I'm file sensitive information for heading the government under. So tell attaching a file. And you can even speak to ChatGPT. At the frequently using heavy use type time so it's in the voice interface. You can speak to ChatGPT. Okay. Next important thing lots of options are there. Okay. One time ChatGPT 4. Then 4.1 say, 4.3 mini say, Gemini Flash, Claude, so on, etc. So different models I'm used to develop our program. Okay. So pura use options are there. Which is the paid version of the options are there. Suppose me ChatGPT, there's an option to why, but it's a different option. All like proven model I think advantage camera I'm saying but different paid version has a better feature and the performance will better. So I mean high level comparison.
Specific on difference that me Copilot now when you try to select models not only containing within the OpenAI tunga Gemini Google milisatta OpenAI milisatta whereas to me ChatGPT it is meant for OpenAI. So to me again Gemini use Gemini model Google interface in chatbot right use to me for example at the Copilot integrate use GitHub Copilot VS Code integrate depending on the need to me OpenAI use Gemini use so that's the advantage, one of the advantage I would say.
Correct.
One more question. I thought suppose me Copilot use keredi so internally vandu telavi ChatGPT has a Gemini I mean option select keradu porthu will get the response naya so illa avi license tool me I mean avi company avi Copilot license thi khadadi so Copilot avi think pay karai so illa avi look like ChatGPT license to use kerade mari right our data avi pro privacy and right.
Hi.
Okay.
The Copilot with me personal for example at me Copilot use GitHub Copilot use personally to me try you get free credits on a monthly completion allow you can try it. So company Copilot just Copilot Copilot backend model license for example Copilot with OpenAI ChatGPT. So telamar license your company has a contract with let's say OpenAI they're going to contract right our data is secured on the specific cloud to be inference so that your data is not going out. Here are the additional terms for the contract.
Okay, so Copilot or the platform they'll integrate with the ChatGPT and has a Gemini depending on the license agreement, right, Vishnu?
I see.
Okay.
Good. Okay, so I mean comparison saying so this is the comparison. Very high level comparison really. Okay, so the message on GPT 4.0 and 4.1 coding focused, plot 3.5 Gemini. So let's see angumali jukku option for there. So I have taken the top 4.1 which are country. So Elekon developer ChatGPT open another version of ChatGPT OpenAI product. Anthropic company. So again, it's a California, US-based company, San Francisco-based company. Actually interesting and on the brother king sister company and Google. Okay, so these are the products available, options available when you go for paid version of ChatGPT or Copilot. And the primary use, see, depending on what you're using for, the use case for the, you can pick. Okay, so of course, these are all general. If you see this, LMMI say it is faster material. Couch it's mini, smaller version, and if you want to use it for small application, it's good enough. Like when you are using for chatbot or using for nana application, nana application use but if you're using for corporate level, open SaaS model, definitely you need this GPT 4.1. And again, they're saying it's a very good coding performance. Okay? Of course, again, Gemini is also high performance code generation. And these are the different ID tools supported. JetBrain, another good one, like VS Code, and GitHub Mobile Millisecond. So various options we have when it comes to ID. So different AI tool models. We have support in Copilot. Next, mini GPT kayam saying. Okay, I forgot to use GPT here. GPT 4 mini and 4.1. So kayam fast and cheaper version. And cheap money couch see, I mean, individuals when the company 1,000 software developers 800 people are going to use it's the usage per token it becomes very expensive. Okay, so they're saying if your application is only mobile application or your application development is you are doing some chatbot, then you can enable only this mini use case. It will be cost effective. And of course, it will be fast also. You are not heavily loading the data front. So that's an advantage. And if you are developing big application, enterprise application, SaaS application, you can use this one. Okay, so this is mostly real world application for use case. When say the big documents like legal document, general can too much document can hide, and financial document, so stock market analysis lots of document you have to go through. So 4.1 will be useful, and multi-step logic implementation. Okay, so different options are available. Just the introduction. Okay, so next let's slide over. Any questions here? Okay. So let me more at that screen. Just a copy tool here. So we can have ChatGPT session here as Copilot. This is where we run our code, and this is where we edit our code. In the prompt area. Okay, so I mean, how to ask a code news here. So I'm going to repeat this in ChatGPT, Copilot, and let's see what it does. Okay, different thing and say I'm saying. I have to come out of presentation mode. Okay, so my if you read this, can you give me a Python code to read sample.file1.txt file, print the count of words the file? So enter see, it is working with time color here. Okay, so that is where they say performance. How fast it is. So we are increasing productivity. If people have to wait here for minutes together, it is not useful. So they give important when they do the comparison of AI tools, they take this also an important point. So Imam, just details from Sangaria. I know many people know about it. If you hover here, so it is just to take the file there and put it there. So we can cursor. I mean, the cursor at Hodi, code click the code will go to the cursor. But then the entire program generate here. So I want to copy that. So I can copy this. Let me copy it to it. And another thing, what I can do is I can go insert in a terminal LLKY or insert a new file LLKY. So various options are there. Depending on what you're familiar, you can use that one. Okay. So for example, I copy the program. We get the word count 1.5 program. So I'm familiar with the VI, so therefore I'll copy paste the son of programs readily available. And file name, if you see in here, the kind is sample file 1.txt in the area. The file open and account. So if you run this, Python word count start date. So on error video. Asking error. So error run it is line number 2 more. It says import pretty table. Module not found in video. So the typical gun and kai can try. But suppose more kai error okay. Copy, paste here. What is this error? Can you fix? Can you give me the solution? Debug? Just the copy paste. Pip install pretty table. Basically, module Python module not available. So install carry. So command copy copy paste enter. So in a Sangari see the requirement already satisfied. It means someone pretty table already set there. Family error. Okay. So again, what we can do is the entire thing can copy. So again, run error pretty table same. Sorry, pretty table upload. I mean install run error. So install run error copy paste prompt okay. So Kai Sangaras Mandi now confirm LG sorry. Environment variable character set from area. Verify environment sorry. The table install from area. So copy paste install carrier. Okay, so it is giving which version for the others. Okay, version 3.16. So it means it has been installed successfully. Family couch error over here. When sledge area. Okay, and a kai sangarati next on the script post. So let me know if I encounter further. Yes, further issues. Now, solution diapra, come carry. Okay. So then Kai Sangarati next time, Kai version is carrying some. Okay. So me I Kai Garjaria to Morfin and a Python version telephone. So Python. Okay. 3.9. So me I 3 minutes confirm carry run carry. Now it's working. So in Mari, ChatGPT debug help carry. So Elamam Kai Garri and the file set there. The file it's called sample text. File. Okay, what's the best way to learn AI? Read books, read AI book, practice AI level area. Text file. Word set them count. So for example, what AI 5 words. Okay, read debugs. So program. Program generate debug. Name. Any questions?
Last I missed the part actually. Fix me Python Python 3 how did you come to know actually?
Ask verify. If you look at it, okay, see Python verify environment verify pretty table install So Sunny Kella also, I verified my version Python 3.9 run in Horia. In Python it goes to version 2.
But
So to
Sangiria, Python, okay, which version supposed to support the pretty table model?
Sunny specific pinpoint career. He doesn't know that we are running. I'm running Python 3.9. Me tell the problem Sangirai. And I Sangirai ask you verify care. Verify module installation. Verify like a pip installation ask Sangirai. And check for typos. Typo alone Python I can find Python 2 run by mistake. Python run
Okay. Okay.
Python 3 run recreate this.
Okay.
Kella ChatGPT use करते वेळ त्याला तुम्ही version check केलं म्हणून सांगारस. मोहिले मारून problem आली. तुम्ही Python 3 use करा असे आम process ला.
Oh. Okay. Good. It's a mini version is carrier. So maybe I should use one. Imam jata, yeah, still problem like I think. It overload type only accept correct. The line say DL single time. Okay, you could test karna. We have to move on. Okay. Enable karna. So I say which Python version and sign in secure version. Pinpoint error, but he's indicating like Python version how many. Okay.
So it doesn't tell you illa sangunan hai illa module level use kannamna Python 3 use kannamna tamar tillamari illa sangarini. So it's up to we have to interpret it accordingly, right?
To me further problem face for example in the interest of time then hint pick execute for example nijamu point to me error message there it will come to that point. One of the basic library pretty table Python version or version compatibilities to me execute command definitely it comes there. I mean at debug on the stage so that's how it works. It will go to that point.
Just one more thing to add, Mogalavaria also Enga laptop on Python automatically picks up Python 2. So at the Mora laptop, if I just put Python, it picks up Python 3. So I don't have to specify 3. So ChatGPT will not know the local configurations. So it just can say verify that you're using Python 3 and that tells us it has told. Then it's up to you on up to you as to how you use Python 3 to the machine.
Correct. Yeah, well said. Our environment which then he's only saying that verify your environment, check your Python shell, and single area. So I mean indicate error message our error message or Python version probably would have pointed out. I mean the information fully explanation there. So he's only giving hints. He or she giving hints.
Okay. The Python version on the change sorry,
Python version change. I know by default it's running Python 2 and right. But when I run Python 3, it gave it worked. The program worked. I mean simple case when you explain okay. We can take office in Juku is complicated pinpoint correct. But sometimes it gets into hallucination. You have to remember it will many times it will give you a good solution. Sometimes it will put in spin.
Okay. आता तुम्ही version अभी install केली आहे की कोण actually काय command use करेगा? आता command error होले होते हैं निया.
Error अभी see first काय है मैंने दी इले table होते हैं table install कर मैंने केतिया then still is giving error. Then he was indicating saying that तुम्ही अभी environment check करो. Okay, Python version check करो हम check Python version ये support करेंगे. The sangatikamo me Python version check करेया check it 3.9 में थी I ran Python 3 run करेया
ಪೈಥಾನ್ 3 ఉండే తైదేనాక తెల్ల వెర్షన్ రన్ హీరే
రన్ హీరే అత్తమని తుంగి దగ్గర పైథాన్ 3 ఎడది ఇట్ నాట్ వర్క్ some problem in my setup.
Okay.
So
to make it easier, on the type kare Sonia terminal Python 3 - version type karwa ka. Python 3 - version. Yeah. So Python version is 3.12. So when he was running just using Python, it was picking up Python version 3.9. So Telec, it's a pretty table. Most probably is not compatible with Python 3.9. It's compatible with 3.12. So as soon as he typed Python 3, he picked up the correct version. Yeah.
Thank you.
Good. Excellent. Good explanation.
तुम्ही अभी Anaconda environment setup कर रहा असमनादी ले वो easy quick and change करवाई.
Correct. Yeah. I mean Python environment setup कर रही है. ये environment in Python environment, virtual environment, setup कर रही है.
Right. Anaconda is another component over the Python that will help you to set up those things.
Okay. Yeah. Anaconda is
Macomo Anaconda तुम्ही setup करवाई.
Thank you. Okay, any further questions? Okay, so slightly variation. Okay, I'm going to ask the same question, but in Balu, I'm going to input a file. File GD, for example, I have a file called Sitaraman resume set. Okay, so let's do the file folders are in here. You can even see your file, the PDF files here. Oh, okay. On purpose, I deleted that file. Okay, I wanted to say that I need this file. I'll bring that file. So the file you can see this file here. So you can click and you can even see PDF file here, the editor. So using another extension. So to me extension download enable install. So I can see the PDF file here. So useful, very useful when you deal with the PDF files. Okay. So like I'm going to now I want to more manager Sangeeta you write a program, extract name, address, phone number, email ID, and high level skills for etc. on table and time Sangeeta. This is my task. More code okay. So instead of asking give me a file, give me a program to read the PDF file. The PDF file could be anything to anything, right? So to make it quick, I'm ChatGPT I'm having a file input ketwa. Okay, the file attached ketedi. It is ketidi. Now give me a program. Can you give me a program to read the resume and give me name, phone, address, email? So more prompt becomes very effective when I'm giving input. ChatGPT example there is very happy. Of course, accurate and result. Okay, so I'm going to take example rather than saying my resume file, PDF file, this is my resume. Give me a program. It will be, let's see what it does. Okay, code generate currency.
So, program generate career may not be specific to this resume. I can provide other resume also. It can pull that one. Is that correct? Or?
Hi, correct. That's correct. So, I'm saying then we have to instruct ChatGPT saying that, hey, this is sample. You give me a program that is generic. Okay, so I'm saying and since we didn't say anything, you would have hard coded the file name. Okay, so maybe next to improve take the file name from the keyboard and okay, tell usage will be so program usage is this can be here. dd kona ellaga alla library paji horiya pdf plumber so tele install karmariya install karmati then other notes kona karta paji. So let me copy kitiya. So I will just extract resume info with the program name. Okay, so I'm going to run involve careful can Python 3 run kitiya. Extract the area. So this is the resume. I so it read. Okay. Atele email read kitiya. Email audio. Sitaraman audio. Phone number audio. Address not found in name not found in couch illa. That is where human come into picture. For some reason it is not reading the entire it's reading accurately. So general rule of thumb 80% of the coding will be done by ChatGPT like tools. Around 20% we have to do. In the market 20% they are valuable. They on purpose ASCII like the accurate you have to fill in. That fill in people are very powerful people to that. You count PDF plumber Python and application so ChatGPT coding it is only tool that's going to increase your productivity. Okay, you may hacker rank to the Python for short kilo. I mean, for the matter any language, short kilo. It is important to be in the top of the experience. Okay, so this is how it is going to do. And the next, now your ball is in your code to debug this, or you have to instruct. You can say, output our say address not found here to code carrying why it may do, it may debug. But couch see very obvious address is couch. So probably you may have to do some groundwork to find out whether the PDF file is in good format or not. So this ChatGPT cannot come. It cannot come and tell the format may problems. Okay, shall we move to next?
ನನ್ನ ಕ್ವಶನ್ ಅಥವಾ ಒಂದು ಫೈಲ್ ಅಟ್ಯಾಚ್ ಕರೇನ ಒಂದು ಫೈಲ್ ಅಟ್ಯಾಚ್ करते ಬರೋ ಒಂದು ಫೋಲ್ಡರ್ ಮೊದಲು 100 ಪ್ರೊಫೈಲ್ಸ್ ಇರುತ್ತೆ ಸೊ ಒಂದು ಫೋಲ್ಡರ್ ಅವಿ ಮೇ ರೆಫರೆನ್ಸ್ ಅಂತ ಮುಸಯ್ಯ ಫೋಲ್ಡರ್ ರೆಫರ್ ದಿಡಿ 100 ಪ್ರೊಫೈಲ್ ರಿವ್ಯೂ ಕರಿ ಮೋ ಟೇಬಲ್ ಕಾಲಮ್ and data pajame
okay wise you can instruct anything like ChatGPT ask it on the 100 profile same it will read all the 100% profile telaga learning and training and then it will come out with coding depending on the use case use if it is machine learning that will be useful.
question prompt mo kona mora location folder avi mitaga prompt feed karta musayim busariya hi
local but I think doable.
Sasi ella konagannamnadi for example folder within you can give it as a instruction adavadu more folder location kadli look through the files and take the files. I am giving you some sample files ni dinna file attach karai to tumhe folder attach karta sunna maybe zip kiri kera try kiri savai try kar rahe ne file aviginu multiple file dd these are all sample. So Yellapura on a folder organize you have to take the folder name as a user input and loop through the files. And for each file, pull out this information. Tell program
okay. Okay, Purunji. That's our local data bura maybe proper and everything.
Information.
Okay.
Yeah, we can give a local folder or we can S3 ID point out kirvai. So telebra kirvai, but you have to give the clearance. Okay. Okay, so improving career, I'm that this Sangaya. Give me the output in JSON format. The output the Kadegai, Gesania way. Okay, the output and Sunny over here insert, it will give you in the JSON format. I mean, improve all we need is just instruction. And then give me the output in JSON format. Code much. result in the form of JSON. Name font function. So then we can print. Then copy copy. JSON output dot. So Python is JSON. JSON output out here. So we familiar many kalani JSON output malidi. The industry wide used format. Couch malidi the format of kai advantage malidi. You can infinite amount of variables can be added, and this is the variable maladi ella variable. Temari key value per you can keep adding. Dynamic and adding wise. So you want to give zip code or country maladi will add it. So you are not fixing it. That's why JSON is very popular. All I am doing is one line instruction here, give the output in JSON format. So Sunny, I mean, just an example of how to improve your coding using ChatGPT. Okay, Python. Let's look at different languages. Vishnu is going to cover different things. I thought I will take Shell as an example. Shell, but different color chance, but it's an important programming when you are doing automation or application installation setup shell programming set up an environment input file and the input file my input output file my output and check the file is existing or not. It's very simple. We run okay. So the program video. I will again copy this file and then you can call it shell1.shell. The file is copied. So all I do is shell1 run it already. Oh, okay. It is saying that, right? My input file does not exist. Oh, so exists now. Sorry. So let me remove it. Okay. Run does not exist. So a small shell script. Environment variable input file name set. It is checking if it is there or not. If it is there, it is giving input message. Otherwise, not existing. So it's like example and shell
sorry, on a quick so export specific to Mac, right? But if I type the same thing on Windows, it is going to provide me a different is that correct?
Correct. Specific to Linux and Mac OS.
Yeah.
Windows set yeah. You have to ask him, okay, PowerShell. Please give me a program. Right. General, he knows my environment. So I know Bash shell. Yeah, it's a good question. Yeah, Windows you have to ask for PowerShell.
Oh.
Okay. Try the programs to work. So next time, okay, slightly different. ChatGPT hard browsing on a portion ChatGPT use another feature inline coding inline coding program calculator one okay. So let's say I want to do something. I want to add a square root. Give more prompt okay. Command I. Command I. Windows control I. Press it will prompt. It will give a prompt area where I can ask Copilot. I can say I want to give me function or parent root. Spelling tapu diya, colored diya, very smart. Fire and root diya. So to me accept code tamam jade, more file jade. Okay, we prompt at area. Actually, it's a Indonesian problem. I'm bringing it to Indonesian. If you look at the code now, like add, subtract, multiply, divide, square audio. Square taking that parameter, multiplying twice and giving the result. Return so is it useful to me? But it's not useful to me. Couch is a function I'm not calling in my main function. Okay. So again, I'm going to undo Ketti. I will select the entire code, go to the beginning of the file. Aging, I think so. We do it here. Okay, now include functions, file, and root. Okay, I'm going to same question. I hope it will add in the main thing also. Okay. So accepting the way it is accepting also, color code changing acceptable. If I don't want it, I can simply close. So it will not be accepted. Acceptable. Don't accept so functions proud now main code then accept code change accept accept so everything is included. But if you look at it, he has a function called square and root. See often optionally print square and square root and if you look at it, 5 and 6 is doing this. Brilliant. Yeah. So let me run the program name. So calc 1 we modify kariye. So Python we calc 1.py. So automatic audio. Square root ne kaya square and square root the audio. So we 5 did. So it's asking for the one number enter kariye 5. 25. MMG 6. Sorry. 6 did. So else 9. So 3. Okay. So it's only I'm having modify why, but beauty camera inline. I mean exact in code anga pajamanate. I'm saying it will do the job. I had a question here before I go to next.
Chart options slash it provides its own for example, hey, can you explain the code slash explain it will explain actually. That on a nice feature, just
Oh,
yeah.
good.
If you go to the chat, see that.
Yeah, tell it saying no. To me, let's chat. Okay, yeah, tell me. Before going to the Imam, I just want to tell you area of shape on the function. Imam ji code optimize करेंगे. Okay, tell me करेंगे. दास अंगर भी करेंगे. Tell me करेंगे. Okay. So Imam ji, chat ji. Flash yeah. Yeah. So it is giving various options.
Sorry for the interruption. With a small doubt, तुम काय यूज करे VS कोड तुमने extensions यूज करी सर्च करी प्रोग्राम करा मतलब full and full license basis में is there any freeware काय करते हैं सर
well I say VS code I know free
no VS code free मी आता मोर VS code में Copilot इंदा मी extension इंस्टा कितीरा but मी काय ते सर्च करस म्हणती asking for the API key so API key जी मी इमाम जी चेक करे GitHub मुझे GitHub account मुझे API key generate करते मुझे सेंड करे तक कोनी apps में दे रहा नहीं so कोनो API key में is for
GitHub Copilot उनका login रहे दी तो मेरे extension उनके login करता होगा राइट चलो extension मुझे भी login करता होगा to be authenticate getiyas anedi through free credit the GitHub Copilot at least me having paid version kharrani I have used the free one
means GitHub sorry okay sorry
Okay. To be push answer repeat yeah.
Durakuni interrupt हो रहा है. Okay.
Just
Just
micro mute किलो.
Yeah, Durakuni interrupt हो रहा है. कोई नहीं
हाँ तो संगवार.
अதாவது तुम संगति GitHub अकाउंट से तनी लॉगिन करते हैं ते जी तुम संग मारी उन्हें विजुअल स्टूडियो ये इंस्टॉल Copilot in your favorite code editor विजुअल स्टूडियो में दर्ज ये क्लिक करती तेतली इंस्टॉल करिए कोनो तले तुम कहीं उठे संग
मी तेजी इनिशिएट करने तो लोकल VS कोड उन तले एक्सटेंशन इंस्टॉल करेंगे तले एक्सटेंशन फर्स्ट टाइम यूज करते हो लगे नो तुम ऑथेंटिकेट करने लॉगिन
करेक्ट
तले क्रेडेंशियल अभी तुम्हें तो GitHub Copilot पेज खड़ी जाए तले कनेक्ट हुई है तो GitHub Copilot लाइसेंस अभी ना तो VS कोड एक्सटेंशन कनेक्ट हुई ना तो फ्री क्रेडिट यूज किलो इनिशियली तले मंथली लिमिट लंदो
ओके
एक्सटेंसिव अन प्रोजेक्ट मैनेजर से देन तुम्हें लाइसेंस करना
ओके थैंक यू
ಎಲ್ಲ ನೀವು ಲಾಗಿನ್ ಕೇಳಿ ಸರ್ ಫಾರ್ ಎಕ್ಸಾಂಪಲ್ GitHub Copilot login ಕೇಳಿ ಹೈ ಎಲ್ಲ ಏನು ಮತ್ತೆ ಲಾಗ್ ಔಟ್ ಕೇತಿದಿ अगेन login करता है you know when I click this it will take me to a browser there you know me login करना GitHub login करना login करेगी then it will be authorized so both are interlinked VS Code you know GitHub interlinked मैं API project it's a different requirement altogether API you know key use करना होगा here we are only using the tool
with तुम्ही extension install करते हैं ये तो तुम्हारे chat box में तुम्ही question पूछ रहा है तेरे मार में question पूछे can you write the code for calculator program in Python तो जी वो API की तुम्ही दाना settings में जे करो हमने आवाज़ इसलिए मी नॉर्मल का काय कर मिलती Copilot outside open करी तमाम काय डाउट कोई ये पूरा एक ले ये वो तो कुछ से ना मिलती इसलिए
Okay.
Thank you.
Yeah, okay. No, welcome. Yeah. Okay, so तुम संगीत ना /JD it gives help. Where is ये कि मैं explain करवाइए, explain time करवाइए, test करवाइए. I mean ये code and test करना था. It's a good feature. Okay, so good one. मैं कमारी use करने वाला. So this is good. Start debugging करवाइए. All this is great. Okay, so मैं काय संगीत अभी मैंने दी. I have a program called area of shape. नन्ना कुटी program है. What it does is to me radius theory will give you area of circle. Okay, the program देगी. अतः the program है ना inline थोड़ी हम काय की रहा है optimize करते हैं हम सब. Optimize होने का है. अतः इन the program का तो coding into jar में जो कराई और hacker रन करते हैं कराई. तो program खेल दी it should be memory wise should be optimized and performance it should be optimized process है. So ताई खेल दी is it optimized? मैंने दी हाँ. So मैं काय गिरा हमने function select की थी, okay, I can go to inline, okay, optimize कर दिया हो जाए, optimize करते, हम हमने example कर दिया, assuming that your function runs into like hundreds of pages, we can, I mean hundreds of lines, we can still optimize this. So चले optimize करती है, काय गिरेगा, मकराना काय गिरेगा, so first मैं accept कर दूँ से, accept कर दी, next time I said, okay, explain, मैं पूछता है, काय की मैंने explain optimization. It's like dynamic in characters. I also don't know what he's going to say. So, Stani clear Sangaria. To look at it, avoid repeated multiplication. So, repeated multiplication. 3.14 multiply. So, then I 3.14 straight away math pi use. Okay. So, then minimize dependency. The math pi there is no dependency. The user ID 3.14 this can it will work anyway. Then input validation. I mean, when you use this library, he say sorry, the function does not validate the input. Can I validate? That's what he's saying. It is greater than less than 0 and validate. The code so validate. Then caching. So pi value it will be cached. It won't be taken from library all the time. So performance will be better. Even though it's taken from the library, it will avoid repeatedly accessing it. So cache kete. So हमारी पूरा करी code improve करेगी. So लेबरा जो useful करता है when especially when you run when the performance instant code पर जमने. Python normal can perform साना नो But if you're writing a C program, C++, Golang from the performance is key. Okay. So, okay, a few other things I'll finish, then we'll pause. Okay. So at I'm say the debugging and troubleshooting. I want a quick kind of saying, debugging Kaiger from saying. At we will go to our calculator function, calc2g, MMG. See, he is validating division. We comment area. So comment the Kai saying. At divide by 0 like Kaiger. So calc1 area, MMG. So I'm going to divide 4 division area. MMG 4. Okay, divide by 0. Ready? Program save here. Okay, let's save very. So it's giving this error. It's going to give me error. Oh, I think I'm running the wrong version. Calculating. So Kaizen, okay, yeah, this is the one. Like comment criteria. So error of the year. So more error over here, more kaimli kana. Assuming that I didn't realize that I'm doing divide by 0. So the entire thing khaliji, trace back the MMG and chat and chatting time will tell me there could be possible error there. Taking time, yeah. Good data.
Voice break varasta.
Voice break, yeah.
I don't know. It's only for me.
Network.
Correct. I guess.
Atta kaun hai? Voice okay, Vishnu?
Okay.
Still okay. Yeah, I think that's why it is also slow. Okay. I'll stop and do it again.
Okay. By the time it comes up, want a quick question for everybody. Coding away, almost coding part of the presentation and the example musararia. And I actually plan design, testing, how do I learn a new language with the help of AI? Amun theme topics. So there are multiple examples. Already 8:45 years. So we will not be able to finish it now because mitala part at least 1 hour pajabodai. So extend okay. I think we begin another session. Plan
Yeah, I think another session could be helpful because it's a continuous 2 hours. I would recommend. I don't know about others actually.
Yeah, chatham or maybe hand raise.
Okay, chatham just to mention continue or next session just type
Chat chala rani ba. Solabari misaria say chat chala rani.
Type I mean, so far another session me avura see.
Okay.
More type kara rani.
Another
partial can काम करत नहीं.
Hand raise pana.
Partial can काम करत नहीं. Hand raise करना. Hand raise करेगी.
I think web browser at least chat काम कर रहा है. तो मैं Teams app हम भी हमने मौका ला रहे हैं.
Okay.
So far anything is fine mentrase. Others another session mentrase.
Saturday being a holiday, continue karwa many hours.
Sure. Majority options ceiling. So far, everybody is preferring another session later. We'll just wait for another minute if somebody has a different option or to unmute Sambo.
Yeah. Okay, because 8:40 horati. So if we complete even 9 our usual time here. Okay. Right. So we chat him message kirwa. So we'll just try to I'll try to wrap up ASAP. Okay. So back to this ChatGPT. We error we know why this error we got. Tell me message kariya. So he correct and pinpoint kariya. So they are getting this because the divide function does not handle division by 0. So to fix this, update your division function to check if y is 0 before dividing. Okay. So telemari, I mean, very complicated error message. I mean, it will pinpoint, at least it will give the hint, which is quite valuable. Telemari, I mean, debugging use for them. Okay, so debugging career. Next, it's a very simple thing, documentation and saying, many times we don't pay attention, but how useful many times. For example, calculator program. Okay. Not opening. Okay. Hope it is readable. The calculator program. So what I will do? Inline gallery. Inline gallery. Document this. Type instruction that let's clear control dream. Okay. Comments, documentation, and in .md format. So document this and provide in .md format. I mean, .md format that's right. It will GitHub legit by. Okay. So I'll accept it. You can see that. So calc program. This module provides simple calculator functions. Full document is already. So very, very useful tool. Is it doing .md keres? I didn't. Okay. Provide in .md format. Okay. .md format. The pound over hashtag. It is .md format. Let's say I'm saying, bro, anyone knows how to see that?
तुम्ही आधी दुसरे .md फाईल उमतायना पुढे it's still in .py
.md
फाईल
किरवा ನೀವು ನೆಸೆ ಉಂಟು ಹೇಗೆ ಕ್ರಿಯೇಟ್ ಕರೋದಾ ಜುಪಿಟರ್
उनच्या .readme.md ಸೆತ काय ತೆಲಕ್ತಾವ.
Okay. Let me close this first. Okay. So put this in a separate file, yeah?
Yeah, on the .md file untayna. It's in still in calculator py, yeah. Still in py file also.
So readme .md will area. So I open this area .md. Yeah, it is reading .md file format. Is it right?
Yeah, tell us.
Right, lens set kai click karo. Left, yeah.
Okay, yeah, nice, you got it. Okay, so text formatter. Actually, in .md format will be like this. Highlight it will be in different font and quite readable. We can use it in GitHub check-in careful. We can use it as a readme file. Beautiful can carry. Okay, so I'm like area. Next, I want to highlight this. So inline karta, window back to my command I carry. Windows control I carry. So similarly, language correction. For example, I'm my comment again. The code. Let's say I'm So comment ticket. Even though it is comment, I can ask. Okay. Program question. We can even ask language questions. Correct my language. Or to me, typical corner is correct. If you want to say paraphrase, my paraphrase correct. Totally correct. Correct. comment is very important here. I mean, you know, if it is not clear, other person is not going to understand. Tumgos want to let's see panna. So chirji ambiguity not can amenadi comment you know review it right there. So that's an advantage. Okay. Then I mean say generic and optimization here formatting. Formatting at time you know aski code I mean generic has beautiful concept. I mean type करतो काय घेतो I mean the line will be like more than 80 characters high. I know you would have given tab comment on something. Tell पूरा ऐसे ASCII सारी select करती I mean energy ASCII select करती control command I करती format this format பண்ண yeah full can format करती you can format करी चले 80 character पड़ेगा we can say don't take more than 80 characters so 80 columns sorry 80 columns में you can tell them लिखते the format can be ready. Okay, so next you know on the time 5 minutes I wanted to quickly show you how we can do a complete Python program in database operation UI. And anyway we have planned next session. I think we'll pause here. We will take some questions. So and we'll also have time to decide next session keep on
ಅಂಗು ಒಂಟೇ ಒಂದು ಇನ್ಫಾರ್ಮೇಶನ್ ಅಡಿಷನಲ್ ಗಂದ ಅದು ಫಾರ್ ಎಕ್ಸಾಂಪಲ್ ಆಮಿ ಸೋಫಾರ್ ಸೇವಿಗಿನು ಆಮಿ ಪ್ರಾಂಪ್ಟ್ ಕರೆ ಇನ್ಲೈನ್ ಪ್ರೋಗ್ರಾಮಿಂಗ್ ಕರೆ ಆಮಿ ಪ್ರಾಂಪ್ಟ್ ಕೆನ್ನಾತಗು ಸೇವಿಗಿನು ಆಟೋ ಕಂಪ್ಲೀಷನ್ GitHub Copilot maviginu it can take your comments written in the code file as a prompt. For example me on
okay to cover this in that. No problem. Yeah, so actually that is very important. auto pilot mode in that. Yeah, go ahead. Yeah, explain that.
Okay, so for example the me on the purpose modum kalai hoy kona kennamni kaanam nasina sevina I can create a empty Python file. First few lines comment likidina, then you just start declaring let's say first on the variable karatolre adutha ellake enna amnigina atakona the spelling avigino auto completion lekale varadala mar code dekaleje tumi avi nichatala vi select kerigi you can take it as part of your program. Maybe the examples ngade say better than right. Sorry, I was not aware you are planning to cover that also.
Yeah, it's detailed healthy. I thought it will take about 5 to 10 minutes. I mean, if you're going to extend to, I mean, going for next session, I'm cover keringe. I'm saying.
Sure. So far,
we are going for next session.
Mainly, you know, Karthik, you would want a webinar when you what do you mean? I mean, the format no maybe you can elaborate if you have a specific suggestion. Okay, you are putting to me just to cover the topic. Okay, fine. So to me later session reason with mail webinar manari different formats angarigi neem say phone manari kalarani. So so far preferences for the next session. I mean majority.
Okay, super.
I'm going to suggestion we started with AI concept and how to use the ChatGPT concept you are trying to explain little bit Python, little bit how to integrate with other components and GitHub. So Jukutanga like GitHub Kalairahana and Python Kalarahana. Yeah, let's say. So probably you may have a little bit diversified GitHub explain karwai utanga. Python which already session chalta gaya tela videos check up kalwai others. So elabro kona integrate kare manali man can kallata sawai. Just probably you can have a small few minutes on GitHub mani sadanga sangwai to me. Kala next session sangana manatola sangwai.
Yeah, good suggestion, Madhu. Yeah, so I mean, you know, yeah, Madhu Sangidhano, yeah, tungai particular kona karta kalarani or shani manadi. To me, you write to us. I mean, delivera combine kino that's definitely we'll have one session. Atagudi our focus for AI sette AI magna atami ele software development keraliya. Next to Vishnu Sangidhano, we are planning on advanced AI agentic AI cover karindariya. And one more in our plan, you know, prompt engineering sector. The Madhu Manari, how we can use various tools in the AI environment. Any we can bring in. We can include that. So, suggestion
Thanks, Giri.
Okay, so one question repeated about joining WhatsApp group. Link chat Google form link. That you can fill it with your basic details. I mean, WhatsApp group mat karvese. Out again recording session rather recording anu satana. Adagi Balaji kirade. Okay, so later I mean link share kirves. Yeah, mudala session for example to me initial slide of Sirano job search AI kona use karayan on a session kare. AI content creation kona on a session and already conducted here. Data security and phone security pati on a thinam sila fourth session alla. So somala recording sata. I mean recording for current sessions and that the mudala chechi that if you have not participated, your Mugala session is participate you can have a look at it. So like a follow-up session, we will let you know. I mean, the remaining content, 1.5 hour away maximum, not more than 1 hour to 1 hour 15 minutes long. Currently planned content. If there are some specific topic, we can include it, or one example add coding part add we will plan out a session. Next week, remaining part of content creation it is planned. Next week, 26th away, 26th Saturday, content creation, on a D part pending time and color something that we are planning to conduct on 26th. So after that, another weekend we will plan it and let you know about continuation of software development. Is that fine? Any other specific point there?
I think, yeah, so let me screen share. So part 2, next session, part 2 of productivity improvement in day-to-day activities. So next Saturday, 7 p.m. So following that, we have advanced AI concepts at agentic AI, 3rd May. So continuation of this session will announce mostly following 9th May, 10th May.
Or rather, real musati agentic AI is better. That way also.
Yeah, we may do that also. Correct. That will be a better option. 3rd May will be continuation of this session.
3rd May we can plan for continuation of this session to have the complete view of Kona begin dusra phases testing architecture Kona is prime not the same, advanced concept we can see. Okay, so any specific questions so far? Or any suggestions, comments?
Became one again. La WhatsApp group ya we me la form already me fill ke but more settings done to me been add karatam suna more contact me talti. So the invite to me that has me join ke la group.
Sure.
We'll thank you. I will take care of it. The quick and idea. Is it too fast or too slow or break session? Common involved coding, a lot of back and forth. So feedback we can we'll coming following session we'll adjust that. Is it good enough? The pace was good enough?
Very good.
The pace is really
so.
good.
I think so. Huh?
One suggestion now. Maybe Sanikirvaya. I mean, on the target audience. So, because I mean, slogan je chokar right now. So, then beginner level, on the intermediate level, on the advanced level. So, target audience kere do easy and high. So, beginner level, intermediate level, audience में तेरे इवर पड़ता है वो custom लगे तो वो slogan जाना. तले समय में on the intermediate से तेरे तेरे slow जा रही phase अभी when lagging and लगे. So, target audience जाना मी on the session split करे वो better kan rhyme नहीं होगा ये.
Okay. Yeah, I mean, like consider curiosity. We will see the best way to communicate with us is writing email to softwareprofessionals.com. Full word softwareprofessionals.com without any space. That do. I mean, yeah, it's a good suggestion. Commonly, time based on koni kalathanga beginner koni work panata which is sunny kirwai and see we don't mind deep diving anguj ku kirwai mama kenna anga time manadi our community when can benefit hona and at the same time we should benefit like we'll learn from them so chi kai kirwai manadi ella the introduction sonu some area we can even do projects in there project kari I mean like on the quick complete the project kirwai several advantage those who are particularly looking for job or within the company change of career something that experience will be valuable. The Sunman plan career. So communicate with us through email or WhatsApp, whatever the way, and we'll definitely arrange various different sessions.
அங்கே உன்ட சப்போர்ட் காய் பஜோஹரி மனசனசே spreading the word and encouraging people to participate. For example, at the session we had around let's say 60-70 people participated, but registrations it was almost 400. So we invite 30, 400 people we invite 30, eventually we have let's say around 60 people telamari sata previous session elle mari hode 300 people registration karasne se 1/4 ne 1/5 tel allows people are participating, so that will be a factor for us to consider ella the multiple session in preachasne se ellamam further minor pocket can pirinjiginta attendance pona vaimikana, so we'll have more mentors to handle the sessions. So those are the difficulties, but if there are more people interested, useful definitely we can plan out that way. At the same time, experience already you are one of the expert, reach out to us. You can also contribute for conducting sessions.
Yeah, that's very important. I mean, expertise now you can bring in here, share with people, so it is beneficial for a lot of people.
Deepa has a question. Could you please include generation of unit tests based on a framework? Example set testing part test case generate karata, test scenario generate karata, examples include kirvi already. Specific framework on a particular framework like RTR, TLDR, itelamari specific framework we will see the possibility. Jukku kind of a very specific environment ChatGPT or Gemini the scripting language ability what is generic manatamam, we have prepared some examples.
Okay, the code based framework manadi on motor projects the color language on the reference area okay on the test case file based on more code generate
Sure. So me detail mail we will see how to include it. Currently plan gallery whether it is based on your design or your code or even requirement examples specific need that depending on the feasibility we will include that example also.
Okay. Specific need meaning I mean basically of Java or PHP
correct mail couch yeah, okay.
Okay, yeah, thank you.
Vishnu, it's getting recorded.
Nee, mudra bogum mikila veya. Jukku points I have made them very easy and tracker away.
No,
hello?
you are dedicated.
Hello, actually तुम्ही आता सिकडे त्या रासनातले त्यालाच की प्रॅक्टिस सेशनदी निमणे कोण हवी डाउट्स हवे कोणा क्लिअर करत प्रॅक्टिस करत मारी प्रोजेक्ट्स की तुम्ही सांगा त्याला मारी कोड त्याला मारी तुम्ही केला नो त्या मारी काय म्हणजे डिटेल का सांगा तुमचे.
Okay, so first the kaim name nadi projects karata mari session organize karata thoughts atta so far plan kirvi enhi we have conducted Python track. For example, Python development we have conducted not just training some people were participating to create their own projects madri. So similarly AI we kona use karwa manata vichi if there is a enough need manata we can even plan a separate track. Currently kai plan girre emna sanasya various work area or day to day life mavi AI kona use kare. For example job search karatanga kona use karwa அந்த இந்த சாரி ಸಾಫ್ಟ್ವೇರ್ ಡೆವಲಪ್ಮೆಂಟ್ करतंग कोण यूज करते कंटेंट क्रिएशन तेला मारी इंडिविजुअल इंट्रोडक्शन सेशन गन केले जारे सो फार आता ना 5 टॉपिक्स एरिया सो एगा जादु one of the topic if there are many people requiring more details or interest and we can plan out a separate series. Let's say for software development we can have multiple sessions with hands-on combined, so people can directly to maybe connect kering try keri to set the question clarify kelwai or to experience the share kalatamari we can have a elaborative session.
Okay. Initially, we are providing overview for each and every topics in AI. Then we will go deep dive into each and every topics, projects and all, right?
Exactly. To me, again, interest set the porth, need set the porth, we can plan out. Adayella first intro series complete in Musaldu essay. Meanwhile, thoughts and suggestions sango mailumo. Depending on the interest, we can plan out further sessions. Again, if there are a lot of people, for example, the job search session musraya. There were multiple requests from people saying that I want a follow-up session karatam sayya but anga kai variyamana sanasya when there is a interest there are let's say some 10 people or 5 people showing interest. So tellaga it is easier to watch the video than conducting one more session in a logistic point of view. So they have different interest, so we can plan for one more session.
Okay. Sure. Maybe this is the very great session actually. This is the first time I'm be the part of this session actually. Thank you so much for the organizers actually. Thank you.
Thanks for the kind words. To me, friends in Germany, Kaladuwa, so that next session they will benefit.
Yes, definitely. Thank you guys actually. Thank you so much.
Dami yamini matagaratag. ಇಲ್ಲ ಸೆಷನ್ మీరు లేట్ గా జాయిన్ గిర్తా ఎక్స్ట్రీమ్లీ సారీ ఫర్ దట్ అనా వి మీ ఫస్ట్ రీ అటెండ్ కన్నా మెల్లెస్ అయితే కగమ్నది తిమితలege ది హటి హోదాస్ मिनिमम रिक्वायरमेंट्स काय रहना पाइथन रहना इंस्टॉल करे रहो चैट जीपीटी में रहो मनी हो तिमित मामले स्टार्ट कर रहना मनी मोला गरियो सो रिकॉर्डिंग होबा अवेलेबल कन रहे मनी सांगो मी पे गो थ्रू केरस्तले इनलाइन का नदा मी मनदे एवी हैंड्स ऑन कन
detail discuss कर रही है नहीं setup and installation detail and discuss कर रही है काम मैं already prerequisite दी हो रहा है. However, the initial part of the session जो miss करे you can watch in the recording. Maybe on the 2 days time लोला मनी recording share कर वैसे कारण offline record के लिए जाता है तला मैं अभी तुम share करना हो रही है.
Okay. हमने चैट जीपीटी का भी पे करता मारे रहा नहीं है तला उन टेस्ट मुत्तपड़ी मत दूसरे मी पर होते हैं
chat gpt free version is sufficient. Me personally use कर रहे हैं API मुट्टुम chat gpt open API कुछ पे कर use कर रहे हैं I mean to develop solutions पूरा but chat gpt can use करता है free tier is more than sufficient. It can really do wonders.
Okay.
ಅದು ಡೆಮೋ ದಕಡರಿಯ ಅದ ಹಿಂದಾವಿ ಕೋಪೈಲಟ್ ವಿ ದಾದಾವಿ ಪೇಯ್ಡ್ ವರ್ಷನ್ಸ್ ವಿ ದಕಡರಿಯ ರಿಮೈನಿಂಗ್ ಪಾರ್ಟ್ ಆಫ್ ದ ಡೆಮೋ ವಿ ಮೀ ಕಂಪ್ಲೀಟ್ ಇನ್ ಫ್ರೀ ವರ್ಷನ್ಸ್ ವಿ ದಕಡಂಜಾರಿ.
ಓಕೆ ಸರಿ
ಅಂಗ ಪ್ಲೇಜರಿಸಮ್ ಆರ್ ಮೋರ್ ಕಂಟೆಂಟ್ ಫ್ರೀ ಲೆವೆಲ್ ಮೋರ್ ಹೈ ಚಾಟ್ ಜಿಪಿಟಿ ಪುರ
ಇಲ್ಲ ಎ ರಿಲೇಟೆಡ್ ಕಂತ ಮಿ ಕಾಯ್ದೆ ಈಗ ಮುಂದರಿ ಕಾಯ್ದೆ ಉಂಡ ಸೆಷನ್ ಹೆಡ್ರಾಸಿಯಾ
ಎಲ್ಲ ಚರ್ವಯ ಹಿಂದಾಯ
ಇಲ್ಲ ಚರ್ವಯ
ಸೊ ಇಪ್ಪುದಗ ರೆಕಾರ್ಡಿಂಗ್ ಅನ್ನು ಲಿಂಕ್ ಹಾಕ್ತೇವೆ.
ಸರಿ ಬೇಗ ಚುಕ್ಕು ಥ್ಯಾಂಕ್ ಯು.
Very good. Zurakaidi, any more clarification, suggestions? Super. Good. Thanks. Chokat participate, active participation. And next session may our asking song you can benefit. Will be happy. And it also sets the direction for our next workshop. To communicate with the email sourashtraprofessionals@gmail.com.
Juku, thanks for
Thank you.
Thank you.
everyone.
Thank you.
Thank you, Da.